you are in the world. Thank you for joining me, and I just want to talk about getting in the flow of life. And this is a subject that's really I love, because I don't think a lot of people talk about it, and a lot of people don't feel it in their life. Maybe you get little tiny amounts of it sometimes, but not actually get in the energy of being in the flow and being able to stay in the flow and hold the flow, so that it can be like all over your life. And so I wanted to come on and share some tips and tricks with you guys about how to do that, what that feels like, how to use it to your best advantage. And so for me, it feels really like I'm living my best life, and everyone knows it. And it's quite feminine. And if it's done in the wrong way, it can be a little bit overwhelming. It can be a bit ungrounding, because it's quite a beautiful feminine energy. It's also very, you have to really be in your faith about things, that, you know, the best opportunities and where you're meant to go is where you're meant to go. One of the biggest things I find is that you have to really follow that instant snap. Like, I've got this thought, I've got this feeling, I feel really excited about it, and you just have to jump. You have to leap on that idea. As soon as you procrastinate on that idea and you don't follow it, then next thing you know, you've lost it. You've lost that magic, you've lost that flow. And so to be able to get into that flow state, you really have to have the space to listen to those, oh, I should go here, oh, I should do that, and then ride on that. Because a lot of people just lose that, and they go, oh, damn, I should have jumped on that. I should have jumped on that opportunity. Why didn't I listen to myself? And so that's what I want to speak about today, getting into that amazing flow state. And I would say that it's, definitely quite a feminine feeling, because if you're someone whose life is very structured, then you're going from one thing to the next. You're not actually listening to those beautiful downloads from wherever they came from, whatever you believe in. And so, no, thank you, darling. And so, my life has been filled with living in that magical space that I just go, okay, what's my next move? Here it is, let's go. And so right now I am doing this here on having this conversation with all of you, and I'm with it, seeing what's coming out. And so that's the flow state of not pre-designing everything, and really just enjoying your life. And I find that you do need to be quite grounded in it, so taking some time to do some practices. And I find some deep breathing, and sometimes just stopping what you're doing to really go, okay, hold on here. And so, hello, sweetheart. I find, so my life has been amazing journey, and everything I've done has been really incredible, and nothing has been a waste of time because I've always listened. So if I had this sudden feeling of I need to move, I'll move. If I need to, go to this place, often now, because I love being at home, if I go out, I suddenly get this like, oh, I need to go here. I'll run into someone that I know or used to know, or I'll have this amazing conversation with someone, and it'll just feel like magic, and I'll come away from that and be like, wow, what just happened there? And I think a lot of us in the world are struggling to know where to go next, and that is because we're not listening to that. And so the more that we sit and we listen to that voice, the more that we know what to do next. And yeah, so there's this the self that is guiding you, and no one is telling you just listen to that. They're telling you, be distracted by the universe, be distracted by this thing over here, and be distracted by that, when you actually have the answers inside. And so my history and what I've studied is kinesiology, and that's all about asking yourself what you need. Yes, in a second, darling. You can work it out. And so the more that we are able to give ourselves space and get into that, the more things just flow. And I just believe that it's an amazing process and journey to be able to do that. So I've had the most incredible things happen to me. I've traveled where I've had no intention of what I'm going to go or where I'm going to do. And next thing I know, I've just had the most incredible adventures. And you're okay, darling. What did he take from you, darling? And so, oh, you found it. And so this is such... You're okay. What happened? Did he take something from you? You're okay. You come sit with Mommy. And so, I've just found that really living in that flow is just a magical place to be. And so rather than being stressed, it's being able to ask yourself and being able to really ground into that and take that next leap. And so, a lot of us are just not doing that. And so I would say that... You're okay, sweetheart. Some interesting comments on here. Does anyone actually have questions? Let's see. Do I mean intuition? That's an interesting question. Yes, that is a term for it in kinesiology. It is more about listening to the body, as well as however it comes through for people. So some people it comes through funny girl. My son is teething, so he's a bit upset. So yeah, we feel it through the body. So a lot of times people get, a stomach ache. Oh, that doesn't feel good. Or they get it in their heart. Oh, that does feel good. Some people get hits in their mind. But being in the flow state is actually about taking action on those things. And so there's the intuition in the start, and then you have this flow state after that. So there are some people who talk about it like when you're trying to write, and so you might write about something and you're sitting there and you're trying to get yourself to write and you just can't get anything to come out. Well, getting in the flow state is like getting that hit, I need to go write, and then suddenly, yeah, darling, and then suddenly you write, and then next thing you know, you've got all this information coming out and you feel so good and you feel so inspired by life, and yeah, you just, everyone can see it, that you feel good and that you feel amazing, and they're like, you're not taking anything, you're not doing anything. Someone wrote about drugs. No, this is not about drugs. This is like life without drugs. Yeah, my earbud fell out. And I'm holding my little one, so I can't put it back in this second. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. I am from Australia. I don't know if you can tell by my accent. And yeah, so I think it's such a beautiful place to be. That if you do spend too much time just feeling like really here, there, everywhere, you can get a little bit like too much energy inside your body. And this is like energy you feel like you've just had coffee and you haven't, you've just enjoying the energy of life. And so yeah, I just want to share that it's an amazing place to be in and to stay grounded in it, breathe through it, go lie down, and stop listening to all the shit that the world is telling you. Just get in your own lane and get into a flow state of listening to you, and then going to that place where you feel really good. Well, the kinesiology which I've studied is all about self-actualization. Very good question. What does self-actualization mean to you? Yeah, absolutely. Just trust that instinct. I actually think as a woman, potentially do it less. We're looking for all the influences from the world to answer our question. Whereas I find that men, like, they get this thought, oh, I should try this. They'll just go and do it. And so I'm encouraging more women to, like, let go down. Like, I had lots of I had lots of comments about my children, and they're actually really happy and healthy. One of them is just teething, so he just wants to be held. And he's fully fed and he is fine. And I'm in a flow state with them right now. He's very happy. He's smiling at me right now. And yeah, so we're flowing together. He's learning how to do stuff on his own, and I'm learning how to create space to help others. Yeah, the mother instinct is very, very strong. And I definitely know when they need me and when they don't need me. I think women, you think women do it less. I think women listen to they hear the instinct. I think we get really strong instincts as women. I just don't think we listen to them. I think women are so stuck in creating drama and creating stress and comparing themselves to each other that if you can hear baby sounds, my son has run off with my other earpod. Excuse me, little one. Tell. Tell, darling. Thank you. You're okay. You're okay. I know you want it. Yeah, but being a mom myself, yeah, mother's instinct is super, super strong. You know what they need when they need it. If you're listening to it. Hi. Yeah, you're trying to get it out. I do. So I feel like taking that, listening to the instinct is feeling it is a very feminine thing, and then actually going and doing the thing that you know you can feel you need to go do, whether it's like, I just need to go to the shops today. I actually don't think women are following that. So they are like, oh no, I can't go do that because I need to wash my clothes. I need to, I need to call this friend back. I need to do this. So rather than it being, I can feel I have to go do that. If I don't go and do that right this minute, something on the other side is happening that I need to do that. Hi, darling, you playing. Yeah, they think of all the reasons they shouldn't go. And so that energy, they just lose it. They lose that. Whereas I feel as though men understand flow state more because they'll take that action. They'll be like, you know what, I need to go. I know I need to go do this. I can feel that I need to go do that. I'll go do it. And so, I mean, this is very generalized, but what I'm noticing with women around me is they're like, oh, I should really go take that trip. That would be amazing. Oh, but, you know, it costs money and I should stay here. And, oh, I should make that investment. Oh, no, you know, what if it doesn't work out? Whereas men tend to be more, I'm just going to do it. Let's just do it. Let's go. Let's, yeah, I think that's how things are happening in our world. And so I just wanted to share and help people refocus on feeling that, oh, I got to do that for me. I don't know why I need to do that. And then getting into that energy, because it literally feels like you've had a heap of coffee and that the world around you is like working with you, not against you. And that's probably my main point, is that you want to start working with the world around you, not against it. Stop like pushing those rocks and boulders up the hill. I'm not quite sure what you're saying in that last comment there. And also I find, like, because I have 2 little boys, and sometimes I need extra energy. And so being able to go, okay, what do I need right now to have that energy to continue my day, have an amazing experience, and the next thing I know, I'll get that hit and I'll be like, oh, okay. And then that's like doing, I don't need to come on here and share information with the world, but I have that calling inside, and that's why I do it. And I feel like my kids would be deprived of something if I didn't follow that, because something right now, something in the future, there's some reason, maybe all of this information is for them or for their future partners to be able to experience an amazing, beautiful life. So I feel like it's my duty to follow that, and that's why I'm here. And so I hope others can do that too. Would you say that those thoughts of should be doing this or I need to be doing that are affected by outside influences, whereas when it comes to kids, women don't let outside influences take over? Absolutely. I think as when you become a parent, you realize what's important, and a lot of the time you can just say that means nothing to me. I'm not gonna do that. But I think everyone has this. I think I actually typed in flow state into Google, and there wasn't a lot of information. A lot of it was very generic. I find a good tool, a good step is to start with a journal and just let yourself write whatever comes out. That's an amazing tool to use. Because I think a lot of people are pushing against life. And a lot of people are, I can't do that because of this, when they can feel that they do that. And if they followed that, they would get in that energy. How do you develop that mindset to just do whatever you want to do without thoughts pulling you? Yeah, without thoughts pulling you back. So you got to start with like the little things. Like I've absolutely changed my life. So as an example, I was working in a clinic and I just knew things weren't working out, and I was living in the country, and I just got this. I went and spent 4 days away from where I was, and I took some time, and I just got this: you have to move. You don't know where your money's going to come from. You don't know where you're going to live. You just have to jump. And what came out of that is I actually met my husband, and then we got married, and then we had 2 kids, and it happened all within 4 years. And if I hadn't have listened to that, I wouldn't have met him. And so I think people are missing out on a lot of amazing opportunities because, oh, thank you, gorgeous boy. You think Mummy needs some water? Go. Go. Okay, I'll be with you in a minute, darling. Almost finished, sweetheart. What else is there? Like how to develop. Yeah, I couldn't imagine bringing up children into a collapsing empire. The next generation. Yeah, that's. I think the next generation. There's a lot going on, and I think my work in the world is to give them more information about how to really enjoy life and how to put in structures so that they can enjoy that life. Yeah, it's a bit of a crazy system that's going on. Journals. I've been recommended keeping a journal many times. I'm not a writer. I prefer expressing it by way of art. Art is beautiful. That is an amazing way to, get in that flow state. Like, drawing and painting, and like I think that's how like children do the world. They just like start with something and just let their imagination go wild, and you can see the just pure joy when my son is sitting there. Well, you spilt it, honey. When he's sitting there coloring and drawing, and like you can just see the absolute joy on his face. I don't think enough of us are giving ourselves space to just do that. How do you balance too much pampering and no pampering, and how do you think that will psychologically affect kids? may I ask if you are a male or a female? Asking that question, because that does... Do you mean like pampering, like getting your nails done, doing your hair, and all of that stuff? Because if you are a parent, I believe a mum really needs to... You're a male, okay, so quite different. And you have kids, because I think women really need to take care of themselves. It really deeply affects the kids. As a male, I deeply believe a male's role is to protect and provide. So taking care of yourself as well, but also making sure that you're protecting and providing for your children is more of your priority. For a woman, so a man needs to have his health, absolutely, priority, because so he is able to protect and provide. But in terms of pampering and stuff, I don't know that that's a male's main priority. You want to draw? Yeah, talking about that drawing, you'd like to draw. And so 100% agree. I love creating art, but I love it on a whole different level when I'm doing it with my son. Oh, that's so beautiful. Yeah, a lot of the time when my son asks me to draw with him, he wants us to get into that beautiful, you know, where did time go, because we're just sitting here and drawing. That's so beautiful. But yes, I am gonna go. I have really enjoyed sharing this. I hope it made sense, keeping my focus on the topic, even though there's my beautiful little children. Oh, my kids' art, they draw in kids' books. My oldest is 2.5, so he's not like fully doing art yet. He's just learning how to like color in the lines, or not color in the lines, and we're teaching him, you know, keep the drawing in the book and not on walls. But yeah, if there's no other questions, I hope you've enjoyed this. If you would like to follow me, please subscribe, and I'd love for you to thank you. I feel very honored. Follow along. I've got Instagram, YouTube. I am going to be sharing this live with others. And yeah, I hope you can feel that I enjoy being in that flow state and being on here. And sometimes I do get a little tiny bit distracted with the kids, but it's fun to talk to all of you. Have an amazing day to you guys too, and yeah, hopefully something new will come through for me to share tomorrow and into the future with all of you. And my kids are ready to play with me, so bye everyone.